What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 18, the fucking finale, finally. If you have not seen the Season 8 finale of The Real Housewives of Potomac, I don't blame you because this season has been some trash. But turn this video off, go watch the episode, and come back and watch this video. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, help me get to 150 subscribers, which isn't even breaking the mold for people that do this YouTube thing. But 150 subscribers would really help me out. It would really help me get to where I'm trying to get. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words. You will hear me say, so, like 1,000 times. It is what it is. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. I will be looking at my notes as I take throughout the show, and anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And also, comment below what you thought of this finale, what you would grade this finale. If I forget anything or I'm off on anything in my review, let me know in the comments, because I do be high and I do be forgetting sometimes, or be off on some stuff. So that's what you guys are here for, to let me know in the comments when I'm messing up. What else? I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. This finale was, I mean, for a finale, it was kind of mid. They thought throwing that fight in there was going to, like, give it a little sauce, but, I mean, for what it was, I would give it a B-. I don't even think it deserves that. I really want to say, like, a C+, but I'm going to give it a B-. It is what it is. So, yeah, B-. Last chance, The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 18, the finale. If you have not seen it, turn this video off, because I'm about to spoil the entire finale. Take a swig of my shit. My smoothie almost gone. I've been crushing this joint. Okay. My Jada went out. So the episode begins where we left off at the end of last week's episode, with this audio clip being played after Giselle and Ashley's athleisure line event. So they play the audio again that we heard at the end of last week's episode, where Sesame Street goes up to Candace and is like, you got a problem with me or something like that, basically. And Candace was like, get the help away from me. Get the help away from me. That's what the fuck this bitch is. Desperate. Desperate Deborah. So they play the audio again. Then they show the whole altercation, that fight that happened between Kiana and Deborah. So all I really wrote right here was, like, talk about the stuff that happened during the fight. What I noticed was Candace grabs Deborah throws a drink. Did it get on Wendy and Kiana? You can't tell, but the way that they reacted, you would think that it did get on Wendy and Kiana as well. Candace reaches and grabs a champagne bottle. And you can see Charisse stopping her. I don't know, Sheree, somebody stopping her, grabbing her arm when she pick up that bottle. Then you see one of Ashley's friends, who people thought was Giselle or Karen, but remember, Giselle left right before that event, so unfortunately it wasn't Giselle. But we see this woman pull Kiana's hair from the back, which causes everybody to fall. Which makes Deborah think that she really beat Kiana, but Kiana was in that ass. When they was standing head up, she was binking the shit out of Sesame Street. Now, if Sesame Street got some hits in when they fell to the floor, then I don't know. But that would be because Ashley's friend jumped in it and started pulling that Kiana's hair. But then after the fight is over, Mia, she goes up to Deborah and she's like, notice how she went up to Deborah first instead of going up to her castmates, her friends. She goes up to Deborah, think about your kids and your husband. That hood rat Deborah, desperate ass bitch ain't thinking about that right now. She's too thirsty for a moment. So Candace, of course, is yelling for Deborah to be removed. Get that bitch out of here. All types of names. We know how reckless Candace's mouth get. Sorry if y'all can hear my mother watching Good Times in the background. Like, damn, loud as hell. But anyway. So Candace, Candace is asking for Deborah to be removed in a Candace way. You know, she's yelling on top of her lungs. Production decides to bring the cameras back up because this altercation doesn't happen. So then we see Wendy and Karen, they go to check on Kierna. Kierna says that Deborah threw a drink. Kierna says that when Deborah threw the drink, Candace hit her in the face. No, she said when Deborah threw the drink at Candace, it hit her in the face also. But then later she says that Deborah threw a cup at her forehead. I don't know. The stories, I don't know. And then here comes somebody from Ashley's team running up telling Ashley that Deborah claims that one of Wendy's friends touched her. All these stories, it's too many stories floating around. We don't really know. I believe Dr. Wendy. Whatever Dr. Wendy says is going on, that's what's happening. So Candace is still, I could be calling her Candy sometimes. She's still like yelling for Deborah to be removed. Like, Deborah, get the fuck out. While Deborah's getting escorted out. Sharice and Mia are trying to calm Candace down. And I'm like, Mia, well, you're not slick, girl. Now you're trying to come over there and calm Candace down, but your first instinct was to go to Deborah. Your first reaction was to go to Deborah first. So like I said, Karen and Wendy, they're back here on the side. And this is when Kierna says in her confessional that Deborah hit her in the forehead with a cup after she threw a drink on Candace. But earlier she told Wendy that when Deborah threw the drink at Candace, it hit her as well. So I'm like, either way, Kierna got hit and was in her right defense to defend herself, basically. Then they cut away. 2 days later, the ladies, they meet for the magazine, the Monarch magazine launch where they all took the icon photos or whatever. So they finally about to see their photos up close and personal and things like that. So it's the party for that. So the ladies, they begin to arrive and things like that. And you know, the thing that's on everyone's mind is the altercation. So Ashley says in her confessional that after Deborah's antics on social media, you know, they show some stuff that Deborah posted the day after the altercation happened. That like basically showed that she didn't have no remorse about the situation. So Ashley says that she's put a pause on her and Deborah's friendship for the moment. So Karen and Ashley, they're looking at the pictures, and Ashley says that she heard that Mia was the one that was able to pick the final pictures for them. And Karen's like, I could tell because they didn't do Robin no justice. So as Giselle arrives, she says in her confessional that they called the fight. That Ashley called her after the fight was over to tell her what happened and things like that. So then Giselle gives Karen an update on her dad. Says that he's out of surgery. He's in the ICU. She says in her confessional that it's a great feeling for her that some of the ladies reached out to her in this time of her grief and need and things like that. Prayers to her family, but as evil as Giselle is, I just can't. That's why I just try to get through her scenes really quickly. It's like, okay, we done with that. Sharice's ass comes in with a goddamn boot on her foot. Like she was the one in the altercation. She says she thinks someone stepped on her foot when the altercation happened. I'm like, you old ass lady, goddamn it, put some ice on that bitch, call it a day. You got a whole fucking boot on like you broke your ankle. Very fashionable too. Got a black one on. It kind of match her outfit. I was like, okay, Sharice. So Giselle's like, I'm just so angry that this altercation has put a stain on our GNA brand. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody coming to buy that shit anyway, girl. The fuck? Ain't nobody getting that shit anyway. So this is when Ashley still trying to defend her friend. It's like, I get it, but at the same time, no. Because you brought this bitch around. So she says, oh, Deborah says that she could hear Wendy and Candace talking about her, which prompted her to say something. And then you can see Giselle saying, that mouth, the mouth. Like basically talking about Candace. And it's just like, so y'all gonna sit right here and blame Candace for using her words when this bitch used, like, threw a drink. Once again, it feels like we're in Miami again with the whole Mia situation. It's crazy how they defend shit. It's like the picking and choosing of it all. So this is when Giselle's hairdresser, Cal, decides to chime in. If Candace was talking about Deborah, then she should be prepared for what comes with that after. Yes, but at the same time, these all are ladies on the show who know how to argue with each other without putting hands on each other. But this bitch is not even a cast member and Ashley keep bringing her around to make fetch happen. It's just like, why we bringing your ass around, hairdresser? They go Ashley agreeing with him like, yeah. It's so annoying. So that Ashley be saying some off-the-wall ass shit, somebody swing on her. It's going to be a different story. You shouldn't let my words provoke you. Just like you shouldn't let Candace's words provoke you. Even though Candace we know how good Candace uses her words. You can't let it provoke you. That's what I love what her sister says to Ashley later in the episode. But you know, I go scene for scene. I'm going to wait till we get to that moment. So Mia arrives with her whole family, child. Her mother's there, aunts and cousins, Gordon and the kids. I was just like, okay, Mia. I get that you put this event together, but I was like, okay, I mean, I'm here for it, whatever. So then Robin arrives, and she says in her confessional that she wasn't there when it happened, but she was still in the building. Then she says, oh, it's unfortunate Kieran got caught up fighting other people's battles. And I'm just like, now, Robin, we all know you with your aggressive ass. Let a drink with us hit your face a little bit, or somebody threw a cup at your forehead. You would have got active too. Robin be trying to act so damn like, girl, you was the first aggressor on. You was the first aggressor on Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's not forget. You came up in Ashley's event, putting your finger this close to her face. You did like this with the umbrella to Monique. Girl, don't try to act like you so innocent. Talking about fighting other people's battles. She was fighting her own battle, defending herself. It may have started with Deborah and Candace, but Deborah didn't realize that because Wendy's a doctor, she ain't got time for that, of course. But Kiana, she want to get active. Just like y'all saying that Candace has to be prepared for the repercussions that happens with her words. Deborah has to be prepared for the repercussions of throwing a drink, throwing a cup at somebody's forehead. So Robin gets there. Karen immediately tells her ass, you look nice today, but I don't like the photo of you up there. The photo, none of the photos looked it right to me. I don't know. I low-key think Mia did pick the photos because she had like the best looking photo of everybody. So I really do think Mia had the choice to pick the final photos. But Karen tells Robin, I don't like your photo. So this is when Candace's sister, Crystal, she approaches Ashley. She tells Ashley, I'm upset with your friend. I'm upset with Deborah. Ashley says, oh, yes, I am too. That's the last thing that I wanted to happen because those are my real friends. So Crystal's like, so your real friends do things like that when they're provoked? And Ashley's like, oh, well, we just mostly play date with the kids. Try to how your real friends? Real friends hang out with them without the kids, bitch. Try to backtrack. Because Crystal was like, well, do your friends do stuff like that provoked? Exactly. So Crystal tells Ashley, I hope to never see Deborah again. She says, because I would not continue to sit and watch my sister potentially get attacked for the second time. I was like, oh, yes, get her ass together. So Candace arrives. She doesn't have Chris there with her, but she is there with Mama Dorothy. And she says in her confessional, she says, somehow this is going to be all my fault. And I was like, at least she know, because they already in there accusing Candace of starting the whole situation because of words. Because of words. Physical altercation because of words. But not holding Deborah accountable. I mean, they are, but it's like they doing it with kitten gloves. And it's like they making Candace be the worser of the two, like she the one that threw hands first. So I'm like, yeah. I was like, of course they love to pin it on Candace because she know how to use her words. But they're not going to blame it on the bitch who can't handle said words and had to throw a drink. So Wendy gets there. She's there with Eddie. And she basically starts off by like saying like that altercation was not okay. Karen says, Deborah, she's mad at the wrong person. She's the one who came on TV last season and lied on Chris and Eddie. Let's not forget that she lied on Eddie too. They be leaving that out because the whole thing was, or like everybody was against Chris last season. Let's not forget she lied on Eddie too. She called him Happy Eddie, said he came over there smiling on in her face, and they show Eddie not even paying her a damn moment, just like Chris. So you lied on two men who have the darker skinned wives on the show. Making it seem like they want your ass. Your Sesame Street looking ass. You do like Sesame Street. You look even wilder now. So Wendy, she tells them like, I'm letting Ashley get a little bit more comfortable in her head, but then I have questions for her. And I was like, yes, Dr. Wendy, put that doctorate on right quick and get her ass together. So then Nneka and Ike arrive, and Ashley, she's going on about, she's wondering how Kierna's doing. Says that Wendy told her that Kierna had to get 12 stitches on the forehead. But then they show this text exchange between Robin and Kierna. Robin's checking on Kierna. But notice in Robin's text message, she says the same thing she said in her confession. Sorry, you got caught up in that mess. It's just like, girl, she was handling her own issue. You wasn't even there, but you just assuming. That's your problem. But Kierna was like, thanks, girl. Good thing I own a med spa. And I can basically fix myself up. Talking about Robin always been a real Baltimore girl. I'm just like, what? I'm just like, I gotta remember Kierna's new. She hasn't seen Robin's true colors yet. So then Sharice, she goes up to Candace, like, you know you better than that. You better than her, better than Deborah, basically. She asked Candace, what was you gonna do with that champagne bottle? Candace was like, I don't know, but she'd have ran up on me. I don't know. I was defending myself. As you were, queen, because she swung the first punch, she threw the first drink, all that. So then we get this moment, all the ladies gather up to talk about the altercation. Karen starts, she says, Ashley, I want to hear from you because those women were your friends. But afterwards, I also want you to hear us. Tells Ashley, I want you to hear us. So Ashley's like, oh, well, I don't take ownership in the actions of them because they're grown women. But I do care for Kierna. I care for Deborah. Then she starts to talk about how Deborah said that Candace was calling her to help and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, here we go. She's trying to deflect it onto Candace. So Candace says that she never spoke directly to Sesame Street. So then Wendy says that Candace did repeatedly ask for Deborah to get away from her. And she says that herself, Kierna, and even Nneka stepped in to say now is not the time to have this type of conversation, to talk or whatever. She says that Deborah clearly came with a different agenda. Yes, she wanted camera time just like she did last season. It didn't work out. Ashley should have left her ass in the dust. I wouldn't even believe shit that come out of Deborah's mouth at this point. You saying Deborah telling you this, Deborah telling you that. Deborah told you last season that Chris was coming on to her, Eddie was coming on to her, and we seen with our eyes that they weren't. So why would you believe anything that this woman has to say? Why would you bring her back on the show to make more to bring up more lies? So after Wendy says that even herself, herself, Kiana, and Nneka tried to go and defuse the situation and Deborah wasn't trying to hear it. Even after Wendy tells Ashley this, Ashley says in her confessional, well, you know, if Deborah is telling the truth about what Candace said, then Candace needs to learn that she just goes too far. And I'm just like, oh, she didn't hear nothing Wendy said. Your friend was the aggressor. Your friend came up. Even Nneka. Does Nneka say it in this moment, I think? Yes. Even in this moment, Nneka says in her confessional, Deborah was in the wrong. She says she shouldn't have thrown a drink. She says she shouldn't even went over to where Candace and them table was. So you even have Nneka, someone who's neutral, saying that Deborah went over there and was the, like, and we hear it in the audio that Deborah goes up and says something to Candace first. It's like this bitch wants a moment, and Ashley just gonna keep giving it to her and believing whatever this girl tell her. So Karen starts to get in Ashley's ass. She's like, you know, a level of trust has been broken with you, Ashley. She says we can't allow people to bring people around each other we can't allow us to bring people around us that will want to do us harm in this group. Then Mia brings up Deborah's social media post the day after the altercation. She says that girl, she didn't take no accountability. She woke up the next day and stood on what she was saying. Stood on what happened. So, you know, Ashley, she makes this apology. You know, Ashley she's good with her words too. So she apologizes to the group. Even Candace says thank you. So Giselle feel like Ashley getting too much heat, or feel like Candace getting coddled, or whatever she feel she has to jump in. Not trying to be disrespectful, but I just feel like in this moment, Giselle just wanted a moment. I just feel like Giselle was trying something in this moment when she brings up, oh, I appreciate all the ladies that have reached out to me as far as my situation I've been going through this week. Mostly Karen. I'm just like, I hope that's not a slight to Candace and Wendy, because why would they reach out to you? Look how you acted when Wendy was saying that her mother was in the hospital. Like, girl, what do you expect? Why would they reach out to you? I don't know what she was trying to do in that moment. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was genuine. So then she says in her confessional, Giselle says in her confessional, I've been able to hold myself accountable for the things I've done to Karen that she doesn't like. And I'm just like, okay, girl, when have you ever? She's talking like vice versa. Like, just a couple episodes ago, you just tried to crown Nneka Grand Dame. Like, come on. Karen says in her confessional, you know, me and Giselle, we're really friends. And I just wish she would stop saying that. I love Karen to death, but Giselle is not your friend. Friends would not do the shit that Giselle does on a daily basis. She always tries to clown Karen or try to come for her in any type of way. It's also because she don't have nobody else she could come for without their ass coming back hard. Karen will come back, but her comebacks ain't as strong as Candace and Wendy. That's why you wouldn't see Giselle trying to come for them or Mia or anybody. So all the ladies, they have a toast. Mia, she gives us a speech as they show us what's going on with the ladies after filming. Apparently, unfortunately, Nneka's IUI transplant was unsuccessful. But she said they're going to try IVF again next year. I don't like Nneka, but I liked her in this episode. I mean, if her and Wendy can't get past their issues, then she might be a likable character. We'll have to see at this reunion. Because Wendy get to talking in their Igbo tribe language to her ass at the reunion. We found out that Giselle's dad passed away. And then we found out that Ashley still... I mean, who wasn't surprised that Ashley isn't divorced yet? Ashley still isn't divorced. I mean, who's not surprised? I mean, who's surprised? Then Gordon gives Mia a speech, giving her flowers as they show Mia and Gordon's relationship this season and the crumbling of it all. Then they showed 3 months later, they show all the tabloids of Mia and Gordon's separation, filing for separation. Then we get this confessional scene with the Osefos, and Eddie is like, "Oh, Gordon reached out to our guys group chat, trying to get in touch with our wives to get them info, or shall I say dirt, trying to get them dirt on Mia." Then Eddie says that he called Gordon, and Gordon was just going on about him and Mia getting a divorce and how Mia isn't doing things that put the kids first. And then he said that he just chucked it up as them having an argument or disagreement or something. But then a day or two later, that's when the tabloids came out and he realized how serious it was. So we get this final scene, which is 3 months after filming. Mia and Gordon are shown at home, seemingly where they still live together, apparently. Producers asked Mia in her confessional, how long have her and Gordon officially been separated? Mia said since July, and no one else knew. And she says that Gordon is upset, and of course he doesn't want her to leave. And she says that had he not went to TMZ, they probably could have worked it out. Yeah, right, Mia. Okay, Mia. Mia has lied so much on this show since she's been here. She lied coming in the door about her age when she first came on the show. It's like we don't know what to believe in situations. So she says all that. If he wouldn't have went to TMZ, he probably could have figured things out. Okay, Mia. She says that Gordon didn't like the trailer from the DR. The DR trailer for the trailer for the DR trip. And they showed a clip of Ashley asking Mia if she married Gordon for his money, and Mia's like, well, maybe. I mean, why would he like that? But I'm like, okay, Mia, that's you giving us what you want to give us. That's not the whole story. So then Mia asks about their living situation. Asks Gordon. She's like, when are you going back to Charlotte? So Gordon says, I'm leaving early November. Unless it's a problem for you. He says, I only came because you asked me to take care of the kids. If you got coverage for the kids and you want me to leave, I can leave. So Mia's like, well, I'm talking about longevity. Like, what longevity? So Gordon's upset. He's like, you didn't think about that. This is all on you. You didn't think about these unintended consequences. So then Gordon says, I know that you've been having an affair for 10 years. I was like, sheesh. She been having a 10-year affair? He says that he knew that she had an affair right before they got married. So they have a back and forth, and then producers ask Mia in her confessional what's her relationship with this guy Ink, who's a radio personality, DJ, whatever. So Mia says that Ink is her high school sweetheart. She says that Gordon knew that she was sleeping with Ink when they first got married because she told him, and they went to counseling and worked through it and got over it. It seems like Gordon didn't get over it, sweetie. Gordon's still very much pissed. So Gordon says he says that he told Mia when he turned 70 that she could be with someone else, but his 2 rules were that she had to be discreet and to not involve the kids. And she said that he did both. He says that the baby girl, the daughter, said to him, why is mommy trying to replace you with Mr. Ink? I said, oh my goodness. That's crazy. Not the kids, Mia. Shouldn't be getting the kids involved. So Mia's like, well, why'd you give me your blessing and then you just want to get upset about it? And Gordon's like, well, because now you're being careless, throwing it in my face. You're bringing him around our kids and things like that. So then producers, they asked Mia, when did her and Gordon rekindle things? It don't really seem like they rekindled things. I mean, we all knew they was doing it. They was planning it up for the cameras because they divorced or separation or whatever came. The tabloids came right before the show aired. So we already knew that Mia and Gordon was faking this shit all season. We knew it. But Mia says, oh, 6 months ago when I was talking about Gordon's depression, and that was like one of the first or second episodes. She said she wasn't sure if she wanted to get separated, and that she said that Gordon has been fully aware of everything, the affairs, the ink, and all that stuff. So Mia and Gordon, they begin to spat again, and Mia says that Gordon locked her in a room without her phone for like 2 hours or something like that. Gordon starts to walk away. The producer's asking Gordon in the other room if their open relationship didn't include Ink. And Gordon says, no, it didn't include him. He says that Ink has been trying to break their relationship. He says Ink has been trying to break up their marriage. And he says that he hates that anytime him and Mia have a disagreement, she runs straight to Ink. And he says that Mia has told him that Ink is her soulmate. And I'm just like, okay, so Gordon just kind of hurt. Dang, where am I? So Gordon, he comes back in. He says to Mia, why does Ink think that Jeremiah is his son? So I'm like, oh snap, not the kids again. So Mia says in her confessional that when she got pregnant with her son, she told Gordon that it may not be his, but Gordon said that he don't care and he would love the child like it was his own. I mean, that's what a husband gonna do if y'all working through y'all issues. And I'm not saying Gordon is innocent, because he's looking like a narcissist in this whole scene. And then the producers, they asked me, like, has there ever been a paternity test acquired? And she's like, not that I know of. So she hasn't even got the baby. They haven't even got the baby tested to even find out. So Gordon starts to say to Mia, oh, once my capital went down, you was ready to dip. And Mia's like, oh no, you're not going to sit here and slander me when I've been sending you money for you so you can eat every day. She says that I don't agree with you suing your siblings because you haven't taken accountability for the part that you played that got us in this position. She says in her confessional, if she was going to leave the marriage for financial reasons, she would have left 7 or 8 years ago. She says around that time, Gordon was spending excessively and not home. And like I said, Gordon's not innocent, but I just felt like in that moment she was just trying to flip the script and not talk about her affair that she's been having this whole time. But it's like, I get it, whatever. And she says that she felt like she was losing herself at that time, so it's time for someone to nurture and love her or something like that, she says. So then Gordon's just like, well, I'm willing to put all this aside and move on for the sake of the kids. Mia's like still be married to you? And Gordon's like, well, whatever you want to do. That's why I was just like, this nigga Gordon's low-key narcissistic with the way he's with this whole banter. I mean, I get it. Mia's damn sure not innocent. So Mia's like, she calls Gordon a loose cannon. She says that she needs more time to think about things and such and whatever. She says in her confessional that she's just completely ready to move on, whatever that means. She says Ink said that he'd be waiting for her for 10 years and he's held true to that promise. I'm just like, okay, it all look like roses right now. And you going, roses really smell like do. She tells Gordon that she just needs a break from it all. And Gordon's like, well, I'm not gonna tell you to stay. If you want to leave, then bye. He tells her bye. And that's how the episode ends. And then we get this trailer for the part 1 of the reunion. Like I said, I would give it a B-, only because the whole cast was there and we kind of had a conversation with the whole cast. But this episode was still mid for a finale. It's like I really don't want to give it a B-, but I'm gonna give it to him just because of that. I feel like. I mean, predictions. I mean, we saw the trailer for the reunion. Do I think we're going to get a resolve between Candace, Wendy, and Giselle? No. Or Robin? No. Andy looks like he really wants it, but it's not going to happen. And it's going to be because of Giselle and Candace. But I don't care. I don't blame Candace. Like I said, I don't care. Like, we may get a resolve between NECA and Wendy. We'll see. And if we do, then maybe I wouldn't mind seeing NECA next season. We shall see. Maybe she could come and give us something different next season than what she gave us this season, because I was very annoyed. Um, yeah, I don't think we're gonna come to no resolve as far as those situations. I just feel like it's gonna be a lot of back and forth. We see Giselle naming all the stuff that Candace has called her, and Candace is like, this is very true. And when I saw that, I was like, yes, this is true. You are evil, bitch. I don't even know what an imp is, but you are. I was like, I don't care. Like, yes. I wonder if we're going to see Gordon at the reunion. Are we going to see Juan at the fucking reunion? Are we going to see... What's going to be Robin's excuse this season that Juan isn't at the reunion? Because, nigga, y'all supposed to be in marital bliss and all that this season. Why wouldn't we see Juan? I don't want to hear because it's working. He's not working right now. As far as we know. He's still looking for a job. He's trying to run your wellness spa or whatever. So we're going to see is Juan going to be at the reunion. Oh, yeah, we saw Gordon at the reunion, yeah. Because Gordon was backstage and Mia was on FaceTime with the ink dude and was like, hey, say hi, Gordon. So we see Gordon's going to be at the reunion. Is Juan going to be at the reunion? That's what I want to know. I don't care if he's there, but if he's not there, then everybody going to be looking at you like, you's a wild bitch. Like, we already know Robin's a wild bitch, but we're going to be looking at her even wilder if Juan's not there. But those are my little thoughts or what have yous for episodes to come. Thanks for watching this review. And comment below what you thought of this finale. What you would grade this finale. If I forgot anything or was off on anything particular, let me know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to my channel because I don't only review RHOP. I review other shows as well. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Help me get to 150 subscribers. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post. Again, thanks for watching this review. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.